We think of our company in the future as part of a value chain. Many of us already do, but we decide to manage that value chain. We look at the interactions across that chain. We decide that we're going to manage those interactions in a consistent way by having a clear positioning strategy. Describes our purpose, our direction. We're going to drive integration and growth. First of all, driving volume and pricing, influencing future trends, guiding innovation, and integrating acquisitions. If you look at how these companies work, they're good at developing products. They're good at developing services. They're driving innovation, but they've chosen to have extremely clear focus. Safety, reliability, simplicity, problem solving, driving change, creating performance gains, empowering people. These are simple, almost generic ideas if they're not implemented in the way that they have been. What I encourage you to do is to ask yourself these questions. Do you have a clear positioning strategy? For what do you want to be known? Can you answer that confidently? What is your purpose, your direction? Have you optimized your brand portfolio to reflect that, to truly represent your position that is so focused that everybody sees it clearly behind your brand, your name, your identity? What about your culture? Are you creating cultural uniqueness which directly supports your position? The behaviors, the attitudes, the way you work in teams, do they reflect your uniqueness? Do you collect operational evidence that reinforces your position, performance metrics, case studies, track records of innovation, that when you say this is why we've invested in these things or why we've achieved these things, that they reflect your positioning strategy, they reinforce your differentiation. And finally, have you aligned marketing to build your positioning while driving sales? Of course, we have to become more and more efficient driving sales, but we have to also prepare the market for future products. We have to influence those trends, prepare people's minds for what's coming. Products go away, but the company will remain. And that's really what positioning is about. It's about creating the company that has the drive that everybody knows how to contribute to. So I encourage you to do 3 things. The first thing is to reflect on these questions and develop a clear positioning strategy. The best way to do that is to develop some scenarios that are both rational and emotional, that have clear implications behind them. Usually 5 or 6, 7 scenarios are the most any company needs. We've run a number of global processes. In most cases, cross-cultural interaction with a set of scenarios is quite exciting. You can test those scenarios across your value chain and across your markets. And with the input from that, really get clear about which scenario, or maybe a combination of scenarios, come together to form one clear idea, as simple as the industry leaders we just looked at. And then implement that positioning strategy thoroughly. It's the strength of the implementation, how you affect all areas of the business as quickly as possible, that really gets this moving. That's what Philips has done, that's what many others have done that have found a positioning strategy and driven their growth with it. And finally, become a company that manages based on positioning, that reflects on the reputation you're trying to build, that reflects on what you want to be known for as a reason to make decisions. As a basis for the beginning of innovation, investment priorities, and certainly of marketing decisions.